Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my personal English learning journey because maybe you are learning English and you will get benefit from it. So my friends, when I started learning English, that time I was not able to construct sentences and I was not able to speak. And I thought maybe I don't know grammatical part, because of that uh, I'm not able to speak English. And I started learning grammatical part which is needed to learn this language, like tenses and modal verbs. But after few months I was able to use tenses and modal verbs, but only that time when I do practices using these structures. But when I start speaking, that time I don't get which one is correct here. That was very difficult to understand the thing which tenses I have to use here. And that time I wanted to know what is the reason behind it, because I was aware about tenses, I was aware about modal verbs, but I am not using while having conversation. It is very difficult, and I wanted to know the exact reason behind it. And after some days I came to know it is not only about our grammatical part. You have to listen this language again and again to become familiar or become used to it. And that's how I started listening. I started listening English content only, and that helps me to make me fluent in this language. And listening is not only one aspect, also there are other aspects, like speaking practice is needed to improve your fluency. So my friends, it is not only one thing. You have to accept that holistic approach which is needed to learn language. You can't get fluency by learning grammatical part. You can't get fluency by learning only listening part. You can't get fluency by learning with speaking, by doing your speaking practices. For speaking, you need to listen English content more and more, and that practices make you fluent in this language. There are some people who don't know how to start. They are aware about, they can understand English, but they can't speak. What is the reason behind it? Because they are not using. If repetition makes you fluent. Recently I came to know about it. If you are using some sentences repeatedly, that feels you comfortable with this language. And so my friends, if you really want to learn English, you have to work on your grammatical part, listening practices, speaking practices, and there are other aspects also, like hesitation, lack of confidence. You need to work on it. When we start speaking, that time we can't speak fluently, and that makes us demotivate. Because of that, so many people don't do their practices continuously. But my friends, it is a process and you have to go through process. There is no any shortcut. And if you really want to learn English, definitely you can learn this language, but you have to put your effort. Without your effort, nobody can make you speak English. So my friends, tutor can guide you, but they don't make you speak. Only they guide you. You have to put your effort and try again and again, and have that approach which is needed to learn language. Like kids, when they start learning how to walk, they were not able to walk properly, but they tried again and again, and that repetition makes them to walk properly. That is also this type of reality in English learning also. You can learn this language, but you have to repeat these sentences, you have to repeat these patterns again and again, and that makes you fluent. And there are other aspects, as I mentioned here earlier: hesitation, lack of practice, lack of confidence. You need to work on it, and that helps you to get fluency. Only learning grammatical part doesn't make you fluent in this language. You have to understand it, and it is a process. And when you came to know about these practices, you have to work on those areas which is very difficult for you, because it's a journey and everyone has their different journey. You have to understand, try different things, and which is beneficial for you, pick those practices. In my case, listening English content, learning those grammatical part which is needed to speak English, and using this language again and again, trying to speak with mistake, that helps me a lot to achieve this Miss Fluency. My friends, I have believe if I can do it, definitely you can. Because I was not able to understand English content when I started learning English. But I didn't afraid, I didn't demotivate. I tried again and again, and that's how I achieve my fluency, this much fluency. I'm not still I'm working on my fluency. I'm not perfect, but my friends, if you have really desire to learn this language, you can learn it, but you have to put your effort. Without your action, you can't learn anything.